In the early 20th century, during the Great Depression, dreams of lavish feasts became a common escape from harsh realities. Psychologists suggest such dreams reflect deep-seated desires and unfulfilled needs. A study by the University of Chicago found that 68% of individuals experiencing food insecurity reported recurring dreams of abundance. This man's vision of a banquet, roasted meats, fresh bread, and fruits, mirrors his physical and emotional deprivation. The dream's abrupt end, triggered by hunger pangs, underscores the cruel contrast between fantasy and reality. Awakening from the dream, the protagonist faces the brutal truth of his empty stomach. Historical records show that during the Great Depression, malnutrition rates soared to 40% in urban areas. His dim, cold room, devoid of food, with only a rusted spoon and an empty plate, symbolizes systemic failure. The hollow ache in his stomach is a visceral reminder of the era's widespread deprivation. This moment captures the psychological toll of hunger, where dreams of plenty only deepen the pain of waking life. Outside, the breadline stretches endlessly, a stark representation of collective suffering. In 1932, over 12 million Americans were unemployed, and soup kitchens became lifelines. The sign "Daily Bread Only" reflects rationing's grim reality. Research indicates that such lines were not just about food, but also dignity loss. The exhausted faces in the queue, including children and the elderly, reveal the Depression's indiscriminate impact. This scene underscores how societal collapse amplifies individual struggles. A child's theft of a loaf sparks a moral crisis. Historians note that petty theft for food increased by 300% during the Depression. The baker's chase highlights societal tensions between authority and survival. The protagonist's hesitation, whether to aid the child or avoid trouble, mirrors the era's ethical gray zones. Studies show that hunger can override moral boundaries, forcing impossible choices. This moment captures the desperation that redefined right and wrong for millions. Choosing compassion, the protagonist returns the loaf, an act of sacrifice that leaves him emptier. Psychological studies reveal that altruism under duress often stems from shared trauma. His empty hands symbolize the era's relentless cycles of gain and loss. The boy's silent cry reflects generational despair. This moment, documented in oral histories, shows how small acts of kindness became radical resistance against dehumanization. Collapsing from weakness, the protagonist dreams again, but this time, the banquet is decayed. Rotting food and swarming flies mirror his deteriorating hope. Freudian analysis suggests such nightmares express subconscious fears of irreversible loss. The dusting of food into nothingness parallels the Dust Bowl's ecological devastation. This vision, common in trauma survivors, reveals how deprivation rewires the mind to expect only despair. Waking, he finds a crust of bread, a tiny but profound symbol of resilience. Sharing it with the boy, he embodies the era's fragile solidarity. Church bells tolling in the distance suggest spiritual solace amid material lack. Historians note that such micro-gestures sustained communities. This ending, while bittersweet, affirms humanity's persistence even in the darkest times, a theme echoed in Depression-era art and literature.